It was lit. The whole room has always been lit up. I like this so much. Yep, yep, a lot of time. Yeah. Oh, okay, for when we're starting.
Okay. You betcha. Hello, everyone. Hello. Can everyone hear me okay? No. They can't hear me very well. Hello. Can you hear me at the back? Oh, there we go. I think it's a straight down the middle.
Yeah, I think mine works just fine.
Oh, there you go. Hello. It's just me. That's okay. Oh, this is better. Hello, everyone. Can you hear us at the back? Yay! Excellent. My name is Sarah. I'm the Assistant Vice President Students at the university, and I have the pleasure of co-emceeing today's ceremony alongside Nipissing University Student Union Vice President of Student Life, Owen Renard.
Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having an excellent day, and I'm so excited to be here today. Just a few housekeeping notes before we get started. Washrooms are located just outside of the bar area to the left. So if you head out those doors, just head up the hallway, they're right there. There will be refreshments available after the ceremony during the reception. Our photographer, Brendan, over here, let's give him a little wave, everybody. Hi, Brendan. Will be available to take photos by the stairs after the ceremony, so just over here. And Lakers swag will be available for purchase after the ceremony out in the lobby. Additionally, in the lobby, NUSU, we are hosting a fundraiser for our food pantry, so you can head out there and see Carter if you're looking to purchase some some Blue Jays hats and some other stuff. So thank you all so much for coming today.
Thanks, Owen. So to begin, I'd like to acknowledge that Nipissing University sits on the territory of Nipissing First Nation, the territory of the Anishinaabe, within the lands protected by the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850. As the hope of spring is around us with warmer weather, we saw some rain even though the snow and the ice has come back now, more sunlight each day for longer days. I'd like to invite us to gather today's ceremony with intention on these lands, not only the intention to celebrate some of our wonderful student leaders, but with the intention to recognize potential, hope, and growth in all of its forms. Whether it be the natural world that's around us rebuilding after a long period of slowing down, being colder, darker, and resting, or whether it's here in this hall with us today, with the people who have come from all experiences and backgrounds to grow, flourish, and lead in our university community. We're grateful to be able to celebrate today's ceremony on these lands together.
The Dave Marshall Leadership Awards are named in honor of Dr. Dave Marshall. Dr. Marshall dedicated 18 years of consecutive service to Nipissing University as President, Vice-Chancellor, and Dean of Education. Students chosen for this award have demonstrated many of the same qualities embodied by Dr. Marshall during his tenure at Nipissing. Like him, these students show a commitment to higher education, a vision for the future, and leadership in community service.
Recipients of this award have demonstrated leadership in one of three categories: academic, campus, or community. As they cross the stage, you'll hear a short biography of their accomplishments outlining how their leadership has positively impacted our campus community. I'd like to introduce Dr. Marshall, who joined Nipissing University in 1985 as the Dean of the Faculty of Education. He became Nipissing's second president in 1990 and led Nipissing University through the transformation from affiliate college to independent university. He led Nipissing University as president for 13 years, and in 2003 became president of Mount Royal College in Calgary, where he led that institution through the transformation to university status in 2009. He retired in 2011 after 21 years as a president and the only person in Canada to lead the transformation of 2 institutions into university status. In post-president life, Dr. Marshall has consulted with universities across Canada in the areas of leadership, transition, governance, and executive search and review. While they now live in Calgary, Dave and his wife, Sheila, still spend summers at their cottage on Lake Talon, visited by their sons and grandchildren. We'll turn it over to Dr. Marshall for his greeting.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. President, Mr. Chancellor, members of the NUSU Executive, board members, and the very many special guests we have joining us today for today's celebration. Today is a wonderful celebration of student success, a wonderful day in Nipissing's year. I always like to begin today's ceremony by reminding everybody that such student achievement and success does not occur in a vacuum. It requires a setting, where they're supportive, where they can nurture their own leadership and their own success. And over 20 years ago, Nipissing established this award, not only to recognize the success and the achievements of students, but in fact to demonstrate its commitment to student success and student satisfaction. And I'm really pleased to say that over 20 years later, I see no diminishing of that mission from Nipissing University. It still remains one of the top universities in Canada in all measures of student success and satisfaction. And today's ceremony is a good witness to that commitment. Thank you, Nipissing. Thank you for what you do for these students. Well, students, as I said, this has been happening over 20 years. I remember when I used to start this event, I'd try and give you some kind of lecture on how to become a leader. And I quickly realized, actually not fast enough, I'm a slow learner, that I really didn't need to give you a lecture on how to become a leader because you already are. And in fact, you're not just leaders, you're award-winning leaders. So I don't do that anymore because I've recognized that you demonstrate a special kind of leadership. And it's not the leadership that just comes from your accomplishments, although you have money, and not just from your position, and you have positions of leadership. If it was that easy, there wouldn't be 100,000 plus books on leadership on Amazon. No, your leadership is a special one. It's a special kind of leadership that allows you to actually influence and actually lead the people around you. And that's a rare kind of leadership, and one that's certainly worthy of recognition in the awards today. But I will leave you with a message, and that message is that special kind of leadership, that power to actually influence those around, does come with some obligations. And I remember 36 years ago, I attended a speech where one of the finest university presidents that Ontario ever had gave her leadership to this theme, that congratulating all of us on becoming leaders in positions of leadership, and reminding us that comes with obligations. And she gave us 3. I won't repeat her speech for you. You'll be glad to know, partly from the fact I can't remember, mostly I'm just out of time here today. But I will list them for you and give you something to think about. Well, the first was truth. And her message was, just like the boy who yelled wolf, the minute you twist truth in any way, shape, or form, it means that you won't be trusted anymore. So think about that. 2, the second one was be optimistic. And this doesn't mean be Pollyannish, it just means recognize the reality that there's a lot of good things going on around you. If you can't be hopeful about the world you live in, then how can you expect others to be? For you, it's not a 40% chance of rain tomorrow. It's got to be a 60% chance of sunshine. And our third message was listen. And now I've changed that a little bit over the years, and I'm going to change it to empathy, because empathy is listening with care. And her message was quite clear. Listen to the people around you. Care about what they say, even if those people are not thinking the same way you do. You'll be surprised what you learn from people who think differently than you. So those are the 3. TOE, call it the toe principle of leadership obligations, I guess. But it's just something for you to think about. And I think that those three have stood the test of time. I think that they are as important for leaders today as they were in 1990 when I became president of Nipissing University. So I'll leave that message with you. So I'll finish now. To Nipissing University, congratulations again, what you do for these students. To everybody here that's joined us, please enjoy the ceremony. To students, once again, I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you today. I'm out of the country, but I want to tell you again how humbled I am to be included in your lives, and thank you for the better world you're going to create for all of us. Everyone, have a wonderful day.
Scott Russell, an award-winning broadcaster and acclaimed author, brought vast experience, passion, and knowledge to his role as one of the hosts of CBS Sports' Road to the Olympic Games. As a CBC Sports veteran of more than 25 years, he was the host and ringside reporter for the CBC Hockey Night in Canada for 14 years. He's also a member of the CBC Sports Initiative on Women in Sports. Among his numerous awards, he received an honorary degree from Nipissing University in 2020. We are very pleased to have Dr. Russell with us today. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Russell to the stage to say a few words.
Thank you, Owen, and thank you, Sarah. It was great to hear the words of Dr. Marshall. Firstly, let me say how honored I am to be here today and to be included in this gathering of so many outstanding student leaders at Nipissing University. The contributions that each of you make to life on this campus, to the pursuit of enlightenment and learning, and to the health of the communities around you are often taken for granted. Sometimes they're underappreciated, but never should they be undervalued. Leadership, as you know, reveals itself in many ways. There are those who are charismatic and have tremendous powers of personal influence. They visibly take charge, and they're undaunted by any challenge which they may confront. Sometimes, often it's in a time of crisis, it's comforting to put your faith in a person who is willing to show you the way and to become a leader. But often we have to ask ourselves, who is ready to lead? Who will take the chance, put themselves out there and make a difference? Who will make things better or even lead us to our next adventure? Often the leaders who live in our midst are those who quietly take it upon themselves to commit to action for the betterment of the entire group. I'm a bit of a historian, and as the late Madeleine Albright, the first woman to be Secretary of State in any administration in the United States, once said, real leadership comes from the quiet nudging of an inner voice. It comes from realizing that the time has come to move beyond waiting to doing. I believe she was right. I want to thank Hillary Neal and the entire team for all they do in putting the Dave Marshall Leadership Awards together, and especially for recognizing, as they did this year, that many times it is the quiet leader, the person who requires us to follow because they set a good example, who should be celebrated at times like these. We all know that the times in which we live are challenging, and they're challenging us to reaffirm our belief in the fundamental values of humanity: excellence, respect, friendship. This is the kind of leadership that we require, and it's based on compassion and service to our fellow citizens, no matter where they come from, what they look like, or why they believe in the things that they do. This approach to leadership is a commitment to understanding that everyone has something to contribute to the greater good. And it's a commitment to creating positive change for all of us. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., the great civil rights leader, once remarked, "Life's most persistent question, its most urgent question, is what are you doing for others?" And the answer is, the great leaders who emerge are the people who help those around them live better lives. The students that we celebrate today excel in the arts, campus government, athletics. Some are aspiring healthcare workers, researchers, educators, environmental scientists. They're people of vision from so many walks of life. And they all have faith in a fundamental truth. And the truth is, being a good and compassionate citizen is the greatest contribution that one can make to the health of humanity. They share the spirit of leadership, which is the lifeblood of our university and our wider community. I have to tell you, I am so amazed to learn of all your accomplishments, and I'm honored to be here with our president, Dr. Walmsley, to make sure that everything you do and have done is well recognized and celebrated. And we are privileged to call you Laker leaders at Nipissing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Russell, for your wonderful remarks. Next, Dr. Kevin Walmsley is the 7th president and vice-chancellor of Nipissing University. Over the course of his 34-year career, he has played the privilege to serve as professor, researcher, and senior leader at several Canadian universities. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Walmsley to the stage to say a few words.
Thank you very much. You know, when you come to the microphone after our chancellor, it's a little bit like following a shift when Connor McDavid's been on the ice, but I shall do my best. I am so privileged and honored to be a leader at Nipissing University. It is the thrill of my life. A few words before we rush the stage to celebrate our honorees today. I look around and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to our student services team, Hillary, Sarah, Veronica, everybody who has put this together with such care. And it reminds me of my own university time as a student. And we look around to the people who got us where we are today. And I see academic advisors, I see recruiters, I see people working in the finance office, I see the Office of Indigenous Initiatives, I see professors, staff members. I spoke to Chris, our custodian over in the Surtees Center before my workout this morning. It just reminds me of what it takes to be a Nipissing University community and everything that everyone is so proud of in preparing a day like today in this beautiful facility, which reminds us that our students, NUSU, and the whole student body is so important. And your families who are here today, whether they're mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, or your friends, or maybe coaches. These are all the people who help us find our way, and we need to be very grateful about that. And I see 2 vice presidents over there I'm very pleased to work with as well. As a university president, as you can imagine, I spend a lot of time thinking about what the best possible university experience should be. That's my job. Are we achieving what we need to achieve as an institute of higher education? And this is years and years of reflection, and I always come back to the same answer and look no further than our students, our graduates. What did they achieve both inside and outside the classroom, and what is it that they will bring to the world when they graduate? Well, what a class we have today receiving awards. These students have achieved significantly both inside and outside of the classroom. It is so impressive. Recipients, all of you have made outstanding contributions. You've bringing service and forward thinking and problem solving and solutions to the communities you reach. Today, we're celebrating the important aspects of your academic life and the value that you've added to our university. You have changed our university. And isn't this what we're all striving for here, to make the best of our experiences while we're here? Some of you excelled at research that has an impact on people's lives, the kind of impact that an undergraduate student can only make at a university like Nipissing, where you are seen and heard. Some of you have made incredible contributions to our campus life and beyond with your understanding of people's needs. How to invoke change to serve people better, to make our campus more inclusive, or to make our community stronger through various initiatives, events, maybe fundraising. And today's ceremony, as you all know, is about leadership. It's about remembering those who came before us, building on their work. It's a debt that we have when we are given opportunities. And so heavy is the responsibility of leadership. Let's start with Dave Marshall. Dr. Dave Marshall, 18 years of consecutive service, as you know, at Nipissing University. Dave was an outstanding leader who made a difference everywhere he worked. And it wasn't President Marshall who wanted to call these awards the Dave Marshall Leadership Awards. Of course it wasn't. It was President Dennis Mock who followed in his footsteps, who did so during his term. And we thank him for that, for celebrating leadership in Dr. Marshall's name. My promise, my responsibility in honor of this kind of leadership of someone like President Marshall, is to make Nipissing University a better place than it was the first day that I arrived. To create and celebrate opportunities for students, faculty, and staff, and for the community and the region to be better. I'd like to acknowledge someone who plays a significant role here. Our Chancellor, Scott Russell. Like you, he brings the spirit and accomplishments that occur in this campus to the world beyond, building our reputation nationally. Thank you, Scott, for your great service to our university. Finally, we get to the important people, our award-winning students. Today, of course, is all about you, but the Dave Marshall Leadership Award is not something you win. This isn't a contest. The Dave Marshall Leadership Awards are earned. It's not about earning your degree or going to your class. Your journey is just like my journey. It's about how you put your next foot forward after your first day on campus to make this a better place for others. We're here today to celebrate your achievements in these three areas in President Marshall's name, and we honor the work that you've done. We honor exceptional research activity. We honor improvements to campus life and the quality of life for students. We honor positive change in our community. Today is a celebration of wonderful accomplishments. But also we thank those who have helped us along the way, who gave us the privilege to be here and who influenced the values that we have, which make us who we are. Award winners, the task before you then is to take these experiences. We'll give you a moment to enjoy, of course, today, but take these experiences, celebrate it through these leadership awards that you've earned, and please pay it forward. How will you pay it forward? I want you to keep this challenge always at the forefront of your lives, but honestly, based on the accomplishments of all of this year's Dave Marshall Leadership Awards, and because you have used your time at Nipissing University so well, I'm very confident about the future, and I know that you will embrace the next challenges that come your way to make this world a better place. Congratulations to all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Walmsley. We're now going to begin with the presentation of awards. The awards will be presented jointly by President and Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Kevin Walmsley, and Chancellor, Dr. Scott Russell.
All right, so now we're going to get started with the individual categories. We're going to start with the academic category. To be nominated in the academic category, a student must have the potential to further pursue their area of study and possibly affect or be involved with cutting-edge work that will result in the advancement of their discipline. The student must be engaged in research or some other activity that is exceptional and outside the normal expectations of their program. This research or activity should be able to increase people's understanding of or interest in the discipline. The student may also balance their academic demands with other services to the local university or community. We're so excited to announce the recipients.
Dylan Clement, From Winnipeg, Ontario, Dylan Clement is completing her Bachelor of Arts honors degree in environmental geography. She demonstrates depth of knowledge across human and physical geography, as well as the social sciences, humanities, and geophysical sciences, consistently bringing critical insight with diverse perspectives to her work. Dylan's undergraduate thesis, Fort La Cloche, a historical reconstruction from 1827 to 1828, historicizes colonial records and examines how these documents can inform our understanding of past environments. Her project reflects strong archival skills, rigorous analysis, and ability to contribute original scholarship. Through her academic involvement, Dylan has moved beyond simply attending classes to actively contributing to academic conversations. Her fieldwork, archival research, and mentorship with faculty have shaped her student experience, allowing her to take intellectual risks, refine analytical skills, and pursue independent research with confidence. What inspires Dylan to go above and beyond is the understanding that the landscapes we study are never just physical spaces. They are layered with memory, power, and lived experiences. Geography isn't abstract. It directly affects wildfire management, water access, biodiversity, and community well-being. Dylan has learned that leadership is about responsibility, presence, and empathy. As Geography Club president, she has fostered a vibrant sense of community, organizing events such as the annual Pangea Cup, guided hikes, and game nights. Under her leadership, the club actively promotes the relevance of geography in addressing real-world challenges. She also mentors peers and supports outreach initiatives, including attending open house and promoting Nipissing University and its geography programs. Dylan's advice for future Lakers is to take ownership of their experience. Nipissing University's smaller community is one of its greatest strengths, but it only becomes meaningful if students step into it. Go to office hours, ask extra questions, and pursue research opportunities even if you aren't sure you're ready. After graduation, Dylan plans to pursue a master's degree in environmental studies, followed by a Bachelor of Education. She aims to teach in northern communities and contribute to building equitable, place-based education that reflects local cultures, histories, and the land. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Dylan with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
All right, next, happy to introduce Ross Kozaskonich. From North Bay, Ontario, Ross Kozaskonich is working on his Bachelor's of Fine Arts. Ross demonstrates exceptional skill, curiosity, and dedication across a wide range of artistic practices, including modeling and replication, screening, painting, intaglio printmaking, painting, drawing, and assemblage. He approaches his academic and creative research with enthusiasm and curiosity, consistently going above and beyond in his studio practice and coursework. Ross's work integrates ideas from sociology, engineering, and natural sciences to engage broad audiences, exploring human impact on biological systems and imagining how the natural world might reclaim the built environment. Ross has exhibited widely during his time at Nipissing, including the Nipissing University Juried Exhibition, the WKP Gallery, the Farm Retail Space, the North Bay Public Library, and the Nuxie Reflection Gallery. In 2025, he collaborated with Professor Andrew Ackerman on large-scale public sculpture for the Ice Follies Festival, demonstrating technical skill, meticulous craftsmanship, and the ability to interpret complex three-dimensional design plans. His proposal for a solo exhibition at Reflection Gallery was intentionally scheduled during the fall open house to showcase the high caliber of artwork in the fine arts program and engage prospective students. Beyond his personal practice, Ross has contributed significantly to the fine arts and visual arts community. His projects from previous years are often used in examples in studio courses and outreach workshops, inspiring peers and younger students alike. Ross is recognized for his reliability, initiative, and approachable demeanor, making him both a mentor and a role model within the program. Following graduation, Ross plans to pursue graduate studies before beginning a professional career as an artist. He also hopes to create children's book featuring his artwork. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Ross with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Megan Grace Mahoney. From Ottawa, Ontario, Megan Grace Mahoney is completing her Bachelor of Science with honors specializing in biology, along with her Bachelor of Education. Megan has demonstrated exceptional academic achievement across a rigorous interdisciplinary curriculum spanning biology, chemistry, ecology, and environmental science. She's excelled in advanced courses including biostatistics, animal physiology, climate change biology, forestry techniques, and organic and medicinal chemistry. Her honors thesis highlights her commitment to scholarship. Through multi-year field research and lab analysis, Megan examines ecological and societal questions related to forest regeneration, herbivory, and plant defense. She's completed 3 field seasons in Newfoundland, often during academic study periods, demonstrating dedication to research continuity and data quality. Her work is expected to contribute to peer-reviewed scientific literature and support evidence-based forest management. Megan has played a significant role in strengthening the academic community at Nipissing University. As president of the Biology Society for 2 consecutive years, she organized workshops, thesis information sessions, and research-focused events that encouraged undergraduates' engagement in scholarly activity. Megan leads with integrity, empathy, and quiet confidence. Whether in research teams or student organizations, she models professionalism, organization, and high standards, creating supportive environments where others feel valued and motivated. Her academic involvement has provided transformative experiences, including research trips to Rosemorne National Park with Dr. Peter Nosko, and an internship at One Kids Place in North Bay, supervised by Dr. Tony Parks. These opportunities have strengthened her skills and confirmed her desire to pursue a career in rehabilitation sciences. Megan encourages future Lakers to do it scared and step beyond their comfort zones, believing that growth and meaningful achievement come from embracing new challenges. Following graduation, Megan plans to pursue a master's degree in occupational therapy. She expresses sincere gratitude to Dr. Peter Nosko, as well as her family and friends for their unwavering support. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Megan with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Next, we have Ames McMaster. Now, unfortunately, they're not able to be here today, but we are still obviously going to read their bio. Ames. From Montreal, Quebec, Ames McMaster is completing their Bachelor of Arts Honors of degree, specializing in gender equality and social justice, with a minor in Indigenous Studies. Ames has an exceptional ability to weave together critical thought and creative expression. Their writing is accessible yet complex, poetic yet theoretically rich, and the research demonstrates a capacity to integrate diverse ideas from Western physics and Indigenous land-based spiritualities to queer identities and ecologies in original and thought-provoking ways. They are an active listener and well-informed critical thinker, knowing when to speak and when to listen, qualities that serve them in the classroom and will guide their future as a scholar and researcher. They have presented their work publicly on multiple occasions, sharing research focused on social justice. In September 2025, Ames presented their short film, Queer Like Water, at the 52nd Temagami Colloquium, Living Relationships, Exploring Indigenous Relations to Land and Community. At the 2025 Undergraduate Research Conference, they presented Spirited Away, exploring the intersections of youth exploration through film. Their film work is thoughtful, engaging, and broadly accessible, bringing complex ideas to a wide audience. Beyond their research and creative projects, Ames has mentored peers and fostered dialogue across the campus community. They create inclusive spaces where students from diverse backgrounds feel seen, supported, and encouraged to engage in meaningful conversation. Their leadership blends transformational and servant approaches, prioritizing collaboration, empathy, and social justice while modeling integrity and intellectual curiosity. Inspired by their daughter and supported by mentors and professors, Ames has developed their confidence and skills to be a leader in their field. They have learned that big things are possible when approached thoughtfully and at a sustainable pace, and they advise future Lakers to believe in themselves and stay organized. After graduation, Ames plans to pursue graduate studies in feminist theory and media, continuing their commitment to research, creative expression, and social justice. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Ames with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Gail Louise Pinkerton. From North Bay, Ontario, Gail Louise Pinkerton is completing their Bachelor of Arts honors degree, double majoring in anthropology and classical studies. Gail is highly skilled at thinking through complex problems, asking insightful questions and drawing connections across theoretical perspectives, historical movements, and disciplinary traditions. Their work reflects a keen ability to integrate interdisciplinary approaches, blending anthropology, post-colonial theory, and subaltern studies with classical and ancient studies to examine social inequality and power in historical contexts. In classical and ancient studies, Gail applies anthropological insights to illuminate the dynamics of past societies while maintaining careful attention to historical context. Last year, they presented an exceptional paper at the Undergraduate Research Conference, comparing the symbolic significance of snake-human relationships in diverse Christian traditions in the Baltics and Central Italy. Another paper completed for an ancient studies course further demonstrates their talent for applying anthropological theories to explore power relations in the ancient world. Gail understands that leadership is not about isolated actions, but about fostering respectful, collaborative exchanges with others. Their approach emphasizes collective learning and shared experiences, creating environments where peers feel valued and inspired. This perspective informs their academic work and community engagement, strengthening the learning and research environment around them. Their advice to future Lakers is to be attentive to the experience others share, and to express gratitude for the generosity inherent in these exchanges. According to Gail, such mindful engagement is essential to understanding how to live well and to contribute meaningfully to the communities we're a part of. Looking ahead, Gail aspires to pursue a career in research focused on cultures and communities of the ancient Mediterranean. They hope to contribute as a professor or archaeologist. Gail would like to thank their family, including their parents, sister, cousin, and late grandmother, as well as friends, including Darwin Parks, Ryan Merlino, and Lisa Blight. They also extend gratitude to their professors, particularly Dr. Reed Davis, Dr. Carly Dokis, and Dr. Richard Wanghofer, for their mentorship and guidance. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Gail with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Elizabeth Primo. Unfortunately, they're also unable to be here today. From Sunridge, Ontario, Elizabeth Primo is completing her Master of Science in Mathematics. Elizabeth demonstrates impressive leadership through competence, initiative, and a strong sense of responsibility toward others. She leads by example, supporting her peers in academic settings, fostering collaborative learning environments, and mentoring students through discussions and tutoring, all while maintaining high academic standards. Her research focuses on computational biophysics, specifically the theoretical design of nanoparticles for photothermal cancer therapy. Elizabeth is inspired by real-world potential of photothermal therapy as a non-invasive treatment for cancer and the idea that her work may contribute, even in a small way, to advancing this therapy. In 2024, she was awarded an Undergraduate Student Research Award, recognizing both her academic merit and the research potential. She independently examined the mathematical and physical foundations of photothermal therapy, identifying limitations in existing approaches and proposing new directions for improvement. Elizabeth's leadership extends beyond the classroom into meaningful community engagement. She played a leading role in creating North Bay's first PD Day STEM camps. This initiative involved designing curriculum, organizing logistics, promoting participation, and working with undergraduate students at the extended learning team at Nipissing. She ensured programs were inclusive, introducing initiatives that increased access for lower income families, reflecting the compassion at the core of her leadership. She is also a dedicated mentor and collaborator within the Nipissing community. Through her involvement in research and teaching, Elizabeth has guided students in developing analytical skills, critical thinking, and confidence in their abilities. Through these experiences, Elizabeth has gained insight into her own strengths, weaknesses, and passions. Her advice for future Lakers is to take the time to pause and reflect. Give yourself space to reevaluate academic, career, or life decisions when needed. Elizabeth plans to begin her Bachelor of Education at Nipissing University in the fall of 2026 with the goal of teaching high school mathematics and physics. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Elizabeth with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Ananya Singh. From New Delhi, India, Ananya Singh is completing her Master of Arts in Sociology with a focus on empirical research that informs social development and equity. Ananya is known for her dependability, organization, and analytical mindset. She routinely strengthens her work before seeking guidance, demonstrating initiative and self-assessment habits that are essential to critical inquiry. Her research exemplifies both rigor and purpose. Her work on the determinants of non-suicidal self-injury among Canadian youth illustrates her critical approach. She designed the study to examine how everyday discrimination and bullying relate to self-injury through the mediating role of distress, while testing whether these relationships vary by Indigenous identity. She conducted this project in a setting that demands careful attention to documentation, measurement, and data governance. Her study is positioned for presentation at the Canadian Population Society and Canadian Research Data Center Network, meetings with plans for submission to a high-impact journal. Ananya has also contributed to the academic community as a teaching assistant, supporting students in understanding course concepts, completing assignments, and preparing for assessments. Her professionalism and enthusiasm have enhanced the learning environment in foundational sociological courses. Through her academic and leadership experience, Ananya has developed adaptability, resilience, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Ananya's passion for research is driven by a desire to understand the why behind social patterns and human behavior. She finds excitement when data reveals insights that can influence policy or improve lives, viewing research not as purely academic, but as purposeful and transformative. Her advice for future Lakers is to find something you're genuinely passionate about and pursue it with depth and intention. Take initiative, seek opportunities, and connect with professors. After graduation, Ananya plans to continue working in research and data analysis, ideally in roles that contribute to evidence-based policy and social development. She's committed to using research to create meaningful change, promoting equity, informed decision-making, and community well-being. Her success is most meaningful when it uplifts others alongside you. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Ananya with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
Alexandra Young. From Hamilton, Ontario, Alexandra Young is completing her Bachelor of Science in Biology alongside a Bachelor of Education. Alexandra is recognized for her perseverance, for her perceptive questions, and thoughtful interpretation of scientific research. She played a central role in a multi-year research program examining the responses of balsam fir saplings to chronic herbivory by an overabundant moose population, alongside a concurrent spruce, budworm outbreak in western Newfoundland. Over 3 field seasons, she demonstrated a deep understanding of experimental design and the interactions of ecological stressors. Her attention to methodological consistency, data integrity, and nuanced biological interpretation strengthened the overall quality of the research. Her undergraduate thesis on condensed tannins as an anti-herbivore chemical defense in balsam fir further reflects her advanced critical reasoning. By selecting a complex topic, she integrated plant physiology, herbivore nutrition, and ecological theory, demonstrating excellence in scientific judgment and an ability to interpret results with both caution and insight. Beyond research, Alexandra has been an engaged leader within the Biology Society and the Department of Biology, supporting academic, social, and outreach initiatives, including thesis nights, scientific lectures, recruitment events, and community science activities. She is known for her calm problem-solving, strong communication skills, and an ability to anticipate and address challenges effectively. As a mentor and educator, she leads with compassion and integrity. Inspired by her genuine passion for biology and the dedication of her peers, Alexandra consistently strives to go above and beyond in her studies. Through her leadership experiences, she has learned that effective leadership requires self-awareness, collaboration, and a commitment to supporting those around you. She finds fulfillment in seeing growth and confidence in students she has mentored. Alexandra's advice for future Lakers is to make the most of their time at Nipissing University. Get involved, build meaningful connections, and embrace opportunities as they arise, as you never know what doors they may open. She looks forward to strengthening her leadership skills and becoming an impactful and inspiring educator. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Alexandra with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the academic category.
We're moving on to the campus category. To be nominated in the campus category, a student must use their leadership to influence university affairs to create a sense of community on campus. The student enhances the campus culture by encouraging others to become involved and attempts to improve the quality of life for all students. The student must be actively and meaningfully engaged in a club or student organization, student government, athletics, and/or student support services. Here are the recipients.
Caitlin Asman. From Harrison, Ontario, Caitlin Asman is currently in her first year of Bachelor of Education after completing her Bachelor of Honors specialization in Geography, along with a minor in Child and Family Studies. Fully developed as a leader even before entering Nipissing University, Caitlin has continued her passion for social and environmental causes. During her undergraduate years, Caitlin served as an executive member of the Geography Club and last year sat as president, and founded this experience to be most impactful for her. She created opportunities that connected academic learning with community and student belonging. She organized campus hikes, trivia nights, movie screenings, and card game events that made geography approachable and built strong peer networks. Through drop-in office hours, she fostered mentorship between upper and lower year students, strengthening the program's sense of community. She also led signature events like the Pangea Cup, which is a students versus professors soccer match, an interdisciplinary STEM formal, collaborating with other student organizations to enhance campus engagement. Caitlin has a genuine passion for geography, discipline, and a strong desire to learn through connection and collaboration. Geography, for her, it's inherently relational. It's about people, place, and understanding the world together. Through her leadership experiences, she learned that she is far more resilient and capable than she once imagined. Taking initiative through campus life pushed her to step outside her comfort zone by organizing events, meeting new people, and trying ideas that involved real risk and responsibility. Caitlin's advice to future Lakers is to always take the risk to get involved. It is incredibly rewarding as it provides opportunities for meeting new people, gaining new experiences, developing skills and leadership qualities, and developing connections and networking outside of the classroom. After completing her Bachelor of Education degree, Caitlin plans to work as a high school geography and social science teacher, extending her passions to students. She hopes to eventually complete a master's degree and plans to travel around the world and see firsthand the amazing people, cultures, and places she has studied. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Caitlin with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Maria Cristina Aguilera Valley. From Brazil, Maria Aguilera Valley is working on her Master's of Kinesiology. For her, coming to Canada was a dream that took many years of planning and dedication. Maria is grateful to now be living that dream. Maria's contributions to campus life have been exceptional, and her work consistently strengthened the sense of community at Nipissing University. Since May 2024, Maria has served as an assistant in the International Student Support Office, where she played a crucial role in supporting international students as they transition into academic life and living in North Bay. Her work has included assisting with and coordinating multiple student orientations. Maria approaches this role with empathy, patience, and a genuine commitment to ensuring each student feels welcomed, informed, and confident engaging with the university resources. Maria has also made a measurable impact through her involvement with the International Student Mentorship Program. In this capacity, she helped organize events and trips, restructured portions of the program to enhance engagement, and supported the training of new mentors. She worked collaboratively with management to coordinate mentor meetings and foster meaningful connection between mentors and mentees. Her thoughtful improvements to the program have contributed to increased participation and strengthened the sense of belonging among international students. Her contributions extend into her work with the World University Services of Canada and the Student Refugee Program, where she's a dedicated advocate. In fall 2025, she played an important role in welcoming a newly sponsored student to Nipissing University. Maria consistently promotes the transformative power of accessible education within both the university and the broader North Bay community. Maria has learned that leadership is not simply about organizing or guiding. It's about empathy, collaboration, and shared purpose. Creating spaces where individuals feel heard, empowered, and valued is the true meaning of leadership. Maria's advice for future Lakers is that university life is not only about academic learning. It's about personal growth, building character, and discovering your potential. Getting involved will shape your confidence, your skills, and future in ways you may not immediately realize. After graduating, Maria plans to continue her involvement with Nipissing University and contribute to the campus community. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Maria with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category. Congratulations.
Paris Gressel. From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Paris Gressel is working on her Bachelor of Science in Nursing. As Vice President of the Nipissing University Nursing Society, affectionately referred to as NUNS, Paris has demonstrated exemplary leadership, vision, and dedication to enhancing the quality of campus life for nursing students and the broader university community. Since September 2024, Paris has taken an active role in the promotion of two major events to register Nipissing University and Canada College students as a potential life-saving stem cell donors. Through Stem Cell for Life events, Paris's exceptionally volunteer work has helped register approximately 600 students for the Canadian Blood Services Registry. Working with Canadian Blood Services helped her to understand the importance of increasing the diversity and size of the donor registry, especially for patients who struggle to find a compatible match. Being a student athlete on the Lakers varsity women's soccer team has also shaped her role within the campus community. It has taught her the value of teamwork, accountability, and using her position as a role model to promote inclusivity, speak up for what is right, and support her peers. Balancing the academic and clinical demands of the program with athletics, leadership, and service commitments, she exemplifies resilience, initiative, and a commitment to lifelong learning. In addition to her achievements in her program, Paris has demonstrated stellar work on the soccer team as she gained an All-Canadian status as a varsity athlete, being honored with the U Sports Academic All-Canadian Award for her scholarly achievements. Paris's advice to future Lakers is to put yourself out there and take advantage of every opportunity. These years go by faster than you think, and getting involved, whether through clubs, volunteer work, athletics, or campus events, will help you build connections, develop skills, and create memories that last a lifetime. After graduating, Paris plans to spend the summer working as a nurse at Camp Katama, gaining hands-on experience. In the longer term, she aspires to pursue travel nursing, particularly in countries with limited healthcare resources. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Paris with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Rylan Horseman. From North Bay, Rylan Horseman is working on her bachelor's degree in physical and health education with honors. Rylan currently works as a student center assistant for the Nipissing University Student Union, known as NUSU. She demonstrates leadership, initiative, inclusivity, and has an overall positive impact on campus. She's not only a student leader through her formal position at NUSU, but she has empowered others through meaningful involvement on campus that addresses the student experience through long-lasting initiatives. In 2024, Rylan founded Women in Support Honors Alliance, known as WISHA, highlighting her initiative to developing a safe space for connection, role models, and empowerment. WISHA has served as a space for students to get engaged while fostering belonging and support, cultivating an environment that encourages women to pursue leadership roles. This has been Rylan's most impactful experience during her time at Nipissing University. Rylan's leadership qualities are grounded in her strong sense of empathy and the commitment to the well-being of those around her. She consistently demonstrates selflessness, acting as a trusted figure to her friends and coworkers. This is evident in her professional and personal roles. One of Rylan's most defining qualities is her empathy and ability to listen and value other perspectives. She encourages meaningful collaboration and empowers others to lead. Ryland also holds the role of CAM's Kid Ambassador, strengthening her contribution to campus. Through this position, she advocates for youth experiencing anxiety and raises awareness for mental health. This involvement demonstrates her commitment to the well-being of those around her, promoting awareness, inclusion, and compassion. Ryland has learned that being a leader isn't always easy, but the reward makes it worth it. Hopefully also the award makes it worth it. Her advice to future Lakers is to take the chance to get involved, even if it feels scary. In the end, there's so much to learn and take away from your university experience. After graduation, Rylan plans to attend the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College in hopes of opening her own practice. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Ryland with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Vanessa Joseph. From Wat-Makmani-Unam in Quebec, Vanessa Joseph is a proud Anushkwat. She is currently working on her Bachelor of Arts degree in Indigenous Studies. As an alumnus of the Indigenous Foundations program, Vanessa carries forward the program's emphasis on balance, wellness, and Indigenous ways of knowing, which is reflected through her thoughtful, community-centered approach to leadership. Throughout her time as a student, she has been an active and engaged presence within the Office of Indigenous Initiatives, regularly spending time on the Enji Gideodang Student Lounge, not as a student, but as a connector. Vanessa has held formal leadership roles, most notably as a Wudukutawin mentor. This role, she has supported her fellow students through a guidance, encouragement, and peer-based support. As part of her mentorship, Vanessa also leads and hosts workshops and events that draw on her talents as a gifted seamstress, beater, and artist. Through these culturally grounded learning opportunities, She generously shares her knowledge, allowing students to engage with traditional and contemporary Indigenous art forms while strengthening cultural pride, identity, and knowledge sharing. She leads with patience and understanding, recognizing that leadership is not about having all the answers, but about walking alongside others as they find their way. Vanessa's most impactful involvement was attending a ribbon skirt workshop facilitated by knowledge keeper Brenda Lee. Vanessa's work alongside Brenda further reflects her leadership capacity. In her role as an Oshagbakwis, which means helper, she carries significant responsibility with humility, respect, and dedication. Vanessa is also a student member of the Nipissing University Indigenous Council on Education, known as NUICE, where she brings Indigenous student perspectives to conversations around governance, academic programming, and student support. Her participation in NUICE reflects her commitment not only to supporting her peers directly, but also advocating for systemic change that advances Indigenous student success and ensuring Indigenous voices are meaningfully represented in institutional decision-making. Her advice for future Lakers is to show up for people who matter to you and to put your all into it. Vanessa plans to work with the Innu youth to continue sharing her local cultural knowledge and skills. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Vanessa with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Malela. Working on her Bachelor of Arts specialization in psychology, Dia Malela has been actively involved as an outreach assistant and student peer supporter within student development and services, where she supports student engagement initiatives, assists with campus programming, and provides peer-based support to students navigating academic and personal challenges. She has also participated in the International Student Mentorship Program, helping new international students transition into university life by fostering connection, guidance, and a sense of belonging. Additionally, she's involved with CAMS Kids and the Addictions Awareness Project, which focuses on promoting mental health literacy, community education, and advocacy. Dia's most impactful experience has been her role as a student peer supporter. Supporting students during vulnerable moments strengthened her empathy, active listening skills, and ability to respond thoughtfully under pressure. She's motivated by the belief that university is more than academics. It's a space for growth, belonging, and transformation. As an international student herself, building community was especially meaningful to her. Dia has learned that she is resilient and capable of balancing responsibility while maintaining a positive outlook. Most importantly, she's learned that listening is one of the most powerful leadership skills. Her advice to future Lakers is that growth begins the moment you decide to show up. Getting involved on campus is not about having everything figured out. It's about allowing yourself to evolve through experience. After graduating, Dia plans to pursue graduate studies in psychology with a focus on mental health and well-being, with long-term goal of completing a PhD. She aspires to work in roles that support individuals across adulthood and aging, particularly within community mental health settings. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Dia with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Jaden Martin from Sorry, I work with Jaden. She's one of the fellow execs here. From Walkerton, Ontario, Jaden Martin is currently working on her Bachelor of Business Administration while concurrently completing her Bachelor of Education. She is also completing a double minor in mathematics and psychology. Before becoming a Nipissing University Student Union executive, Jaden was involved with NUSU through the board of directors and as a member of NUSU crew, as well as an Owls Week leader. These roles gave her valuable insight into student governance and campus engagement, and that experience shows in her work now. As a current executive, she is collaborative, accountable, and student-focused. She takes the responsibility of representing students seriously and contributes meaningfully to conversations about programming, advocacy, and campus life. Jaden's involvement also includes serving on the Relay for Life Committee, working as a residence don for 2 years, and supporting academics as a student proctor for 4 years. She has also been a Nipissing University Business Community Ambassador, a student representative at the Ontario Universities Fair, and a volunteer and executive within the International Student Mentorship Program. Collectively, these experiences have prepared her for student governance by helping her understand and represent the diverse voices of the student body. Jaden's university experience has allowed her to build strong relationships and networks across campus, helping her navigate both her own student journey and her leadership roles. Through supportive peers, mentors, and campus resources, she has developed a deeper understanding of the student needs and has been able to contribute more effectively to initiatives that enhance the student experience. Jaden has learned that leadership is not about control or being the best. It is about lifting others up. Strong leadership comes from resilience, collaboration, and creating a safe, supportive environments. Jaden's advice for future Lakers is to take every opportunity, especially the ones that feel uncomfortable. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. Be the person you want to see in the community. Use your supports and resources, and don't be afraid to fake it till you make it. One day you'll realize you'll truly have made it. After graduating, Jaden hopes to travel and continue learning from new people and perspectives. She plans to carry those experiences into her future career in education, where she can support and inspire students in the same way she has been supported. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Jaden with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Sophia Milner. Sophia Milner is from Antigonish, Nova Scotia, and is currently working on her Master of Science in Kinesiology. Through her involvement in athletics, academics, and institutional service, Sophia has consistently created spaces that bring people together, encouraging participation and enhancing the overall student experience. Her leadership is grounded in connection, inclusion, and purpose, and her impact is felt across multiple areas of the university. As captain of the Lakers varsity women's basketball team, Sophia leads with intention and emotional intelligence. She understands that leadership is a high-performance environment, requires more than direction or authority. Sophia serves as her team's Real Talk point person. Real Talk is an initiative developed by Nipissing University's Mental Health and Wellbeing team in partnership with Lakers Athletics. The goal is to better integrate mental health and wellness into the lives of athletes by creating relationships between athletes and mental health support professionals. Sophia is the creator and organizer of the 4 a.m. 3-on-3 basketball tournament, which was created in memory of her brother. What began as a way to honor him has grown into a community event that raises funds for youth basketball scholarships and brings athletes, families, and friends together around something bigger than the game. Leading this initiative taught her how to turn grief into purpose, how to mobilize people around a shared vision, and how a sport can create belonging and competition. As a student leader, Sophia has learned that leadership is less about having all the answers and more about creating environments where others feel safe to grow. Her strength lies in building connection, in noticing when someone feels unseen, in initiating hard conversations, and in leading with empathy rather than ego. Sophia's advice to future Lakers would be to say yes before you feel you're ready. Getting involved on campus is not about being the most qualified person in the room. It's about being willing to show up. The relationship you build and the impact you create will shape your university experience far more than you expect. The more you pour into this campus, the more it will give back to you. After graduating, Sophia plans to pursue a PhD in clinical psychology with a focus on well-being, belonging, and nature connections. She's interested in exploring how relationships with the natural world can support mental health, resilience, and identity development, particularly among youth and adults. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Sophia with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Annika Nolt. From Dorchester, Ontario, Annika Nolt is working on her honors bachelor physical and health education. Annika currently sits on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee as co-president and has been an active member of the community for the past 4 years. In this role, she helps to organize and promote initiatives that connect student athletes with the broader campus and local community. This year, she co-founded the Lakers Mentorship Program, which pairs upper year student athletes with first year student athletes to support their transition into university life. As a committee member in Motion Ball U's inaugural year at Nipissing, she serves as one of 3 varsity athletes representatives, acting as a key link between student athletes and the committee. Motion Ball is a national nonprofit that empowers young Canadians to be leaders in their communities, raising funds and awareness for the Special Olympics. Over the past 2 years, Annika has received an academic All-Canadian award, and this past year, she was also named a U Sport First Team All-Canadian for women's soccer. As a member of the Lakers varsity women's soccer team and its leadership group, she represented the university across the province while competing at a high level. Serving as co-president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee has been the most impactful experience for her because it allowed her to build meaningful connections across the entire university. She has helped create opportunities for athletes from different teams to feel connected by promoting initiatives like the Lakers Mentorship Program, Residents Move-In Day Support, and much, much more. Through her time as a student leader, she has grown both personally and professionally. Stepping outside her comfort zone and getting involved, she found her voice and became confident in expressing herself. Annika is committed to strengthening the programs she participates in, ensuring they continue to benefit those who want to follow. Her advice for future Lakers is to remember that your impact goes far beyond your support or program. Explore different opportunities, meet people outside your team, and say yes to experiences that allow you to grow. After graduating, Annika plans to pursue her Bachelor of Education at Nipissing University. She hopes to share the leadership skills and values that helped her develop through athletics and campus involvement. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Annika Nolt with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Tiana Pazay. From West Grey County, Ontario, Tiana is working on her Bachelor of Science with honors specializing in biology. During her time at Nipissing University, Tiana has been involved in many capacities. She's been involved with the Nipissing University Residence Council, from floor representative to complex executive and president. For the past 3 years, Tiana has been a tutorial leader and assignment marker for the Mathematics for Teachers course, teaching on multiple sections year-round. In her role as a teaching assistant, Tiana prepares lessons, answers questions, addresses student concerns, and advocates for student success in ways that demonstrate both empathy and leadership. Many students view math as intimidating, especially in their first year, and Tiana's friendly and approachable presence transforms the experience. She's not simply helping students pass a course, she's helping them build confidence, reduce stress, and feel less alone in their academic journey. She also assists with the STEM Explorers Camp for local children. Centered around biology, chemistry, physics, and technology, in Year 3 and 4, she helped plan and lead activities for approximately 20 children aged 6 to 12, inspiring young students to explore science in engaging and accessible ways. Tiana has been a NUSU Owls Week leader every year and has also served as an exam proctor, a volunteer teaching assistant in Nipissing University's biology lab, a NUSU crew member, and an open house tour guide. Being involved with Nipissing University Residence Council was the most impactful for Tiana. This involvement allowed her to foster connections with many students and leave a lasting positive impression. Balancing academics with involvement has taught Tiana discipline, time management, and how to perform under pressure. Tiana has come to realize that she is at her best when she's leading and supporting others, creating spaces where people feel included and helping students feel more confident in themselves. Through her experience, she realizes that showing up, even in small ways, can make a really big difference. Tiana wants future Lakers to know that you don't have to be perfect, bold, or outgoing to take on a leadership and involvement roles on campus. There's so much value in what you bring to the table simply by being yourself. After graduation, she hopes to begin her career in environmental and natural resource conservation and management, with a focus on maintaining sustainable, multi-value forests. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Tiana with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Sherry Ann Pearson. From Nipissing First Nation, Sherry Ann Pearson is currently completing the professional years of the Bachelor of Social Work program. From initiating the project that became the Medicine Garden to her everyday care for her peers and the broader campus community, Sherry Ann leads with heart and intention. She has been actively involved with the Office of Indigenous Initiatives as a volunteer, peer mentor, and summer student, contributing to the student wellness and cultural programming on campus. She supports students through mentorship and informal guidance, assists elders and knowledge keepers as a helper during university ceremonies, and contributes to campus events such as Indigenous Week and mentorship gatherings. As a summer student, she helped expand and maintain the Nipissing University Medicine Garden, facilitating land-based workshops and creating culturally grounded wellness opportunities for students. Leading the Medicine Garden has been her most impactful experience. What was once an unused courtyard has grown into a living space for cultural recognition, wellness, and community. The garden allows students to plant tobacco, learn about traditional medicines, and participate in land-based teachings within an institutional setting. Sherry Ann's university experience has helped strengthen both her confidence and her sense of responsibility within the campus community. Through her studies in social work and her involvement with the Office of Indigenous Initiatives, she has developed a deeper understanding of advocacy, relational patience, and the importance of culturally grounded spaces. Sherry Ann's leadership is grounded in culture, community, and reciprocity. Her journey through education has been deeply connected to her personal healing and growth, and she carries that understanding into the way she supports others. Her advice for future Lakers would be to step into spaces that align with your values and do not be afraid to take up space in a good way. Getting involved on campus is not about doing everything, but about finding where your heart and your strengths meet community needs. Seek out mentors, ask questions, and say yes to opportunities that help you grow. Most importantly, remember that your presence matters. After graduating, Sherry Ann plans to continue working with Indigenous communities in roles that support wellness, healing, and cultural revitalization. Her long-term goal is to help bridge Indigenous ways of knowing and Western systems in a way that feels respectful, culturally safe, and community-led. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Sherry Ann with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
Asher Vanden Enden. From Toronto, Ontario, Asher Vanden Enden is working on his Bachelor of Arts degree specializing in history with an orientation to a Master's of Arts in History. Asher has been involved with the Residence Life team since first year, serving as Chancellor's House, Nipissing University Residence Council President in first year, working as a Residence Don at Founders House in second year, and currently working as a Community Assistant at Governor's House in third year. He is also actively involved with CAM's Kids Club, having served on the ambassador team last year and currently serving as president. Through CAM's Kids, Asher has collaborated with multiple clubs and societies on and off campus to support the student body. One of his most notable accomplishments was the Fill the Bus fundraiser. This Pay What You Can event supported the YMCA of North Bay by sending local children to camp with donations being matched. Beyond his programming initiatives, Asher also works with the Student Learning and Transitions Department Academic Success Program, supporting students as they navigate their academic journey. As a residence Don, he cultivated a sense of belonging and community above and beyond what was expected. This was largely done through his programming, which later earned him the Programming Excellence and Rookie of the Year awards. At the center of his programming was always empathy, inclusion, and intentionality, guiding principles he carried over as a leader in Governor's House. His current role as a community assistant for Governor's House requires him to lead weekly team meetings, meet with his staff at least once per month, hold office hours for students and dons, facilitate conduct meetings, participate in training, and so much more. Over time, he realized that students connect more with honesty than with perfection. And the best thing he can offer is not expertise, it's presence. Asher's advice for future Lakers is to start before you feel ready and trust that you'll grow into the role. You do not need to have everything figured out to make a difference. Asher's plans to pursue graduate school with the hopes of conducting research in choreography as a form of survivance of knowledge in queer and intersectional spaces. His goal is to explore how movement and performance preserve and transmit cultural knowledge that has been historically marginalized or erased, and how queer and intersectional communities use choreography not just as art, but as living archive and a means of resistance. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Asher with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the campus category.
And our final category of the day is sorry, I'm going to start that whole thing over. I'm getting a little hungry. I haven't eaten since this morning. All right, the community category. To be nominated in the community category, a student must have made a significant contribution to an external organization or group. As a volunteer, the student used their knowledge and gained a university to affect the success of the local organization. Their leadership and participation must have provided a demonstrated benefit and shown concern for local issues/residents. Next are the recipients.
Cassidy Brooks. From Bellefontaine, Ontario, Cassidy Brooks is completing her Master of Kinesiology at Nipissing University. A dedicated member of the Lakers varsity women's soccer team since 2020 and serving as captain since 2023, Cassidy fosters team unity, mentorship, and a positive sport environment, both on and off the field. She leads by example, setting a standard of accountability, resilience, and teamwork that reflects the expectations of varsity athletics. Her leadership extends beyond her teammates as she serves as a role model for young athletes in the community who attend games and look to the program for inspiration. Since 2020, Cassidy has also taken on the role of real talk point person for her team, supporting the mental health and well-being of varsity athletes while collaborating regularly with campus services. In this role, she's helped create an environment where athletes feel seen, heard, and supported beyond their performance in competition. As a member of the Groups for Youth Development Lab, Cassidy's research project, More Than Sport, Youth, focuses on supporting local youth academy athletes as they navigate key sports transitions. Drawing from her own experiences as a varsity athlete, she understands how challenging these moments can be. By proactively supporting youth before they encounter these transitions, she's transformed personal experience into purposeful action. These combined experiences have strengthened her belief that sport should develop the whole person, not just the athlete. Cassidy has learned that even the smallest gesture can have a lasting impact. Remembering someone's name, checking in after a difficult day, staying late to help with academics, or simply showing up consistently can mean more than we realize. She believes leadership does not have to be loud or highly visible to be powerful. Cassidy encourages future Lakers to genuinely enjoy their time at university and embrace every opportunity. Saying yes to experiences that spark excitement, even when they feel slightly uncomfortable, can lead to a far more meaningful and fulfilling journey. Following graduation, Cassidy's focus moving forward is clear: continue coaching, continue mentoring, and continue researching. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Cassidy with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the community category.
Cameron Drenth. From North Bay, Ontario, Cameron Drenth is working towards his Bachelor of Education degree at Nipissing University. Cameron's leadership is rooted in initiative, dedication, and a genuine passion for helping others grow. He coaches youth spring and summer mountain bike camps with the North Bay Mountain Bike Association, helping young riders build confidence and develop skills safely. Committed to safety and inclusive programming, Cameron became a certified mountain bike coach through Professional Mountain Bike Instructors Association. He delivers age-appropriate instruction that fosters skill development, belonging, and healthy lifestyles. One of his most meaningful contributions was designing a mountain bike route for an adaptive trail bike, allowing a paraplegic athlete to enjoy the trails safely with his support. Cameron played an integral role in the success of the North Bay Mountain Bike Association's two-day provincial mountain bike race. The large-scale event brought participants from across Ontario and showcased two of North Bay's local trail networks. Cameron contributed extensively to trail preparation, event logistics, and on-the-ground support throughout the weekend. His efforts helped ensure trails were race-ready and the event ran smoothly. Participants had a safe and positive experience. Cameron also serves as a board member of the North Bay Mountain Bike Association, assisting with social media and website management to strengthen community engagement. Through his involvement, he has learned that passion, organization, and persistence make it possible to balance multiple commitments effectively. His advice for future Lakers is to pursue their passions and connect with local community members. Community engagement, he believes, builds confidence, social skills, and personal growth. After graduation, Cameron plans to remain in North Bay and apply to the Near North District School Board while continuing to coach youth mountain bike camps. He thanks his nominators, Connie Hergo and Michelle Travers, and looks forward to further growing the local mountain bike community. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Cameron Drenth with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the community category.
Lana Duryea. From Paradise Hill, Saskatchewan, Lana Duryea is completing her Honors Bachelor of Business Administration at Nipissing University. Lana has demonstrated a strong commitment to community engagement, particularly in youth sport development. Over the past 4 years, she's volunteered with the North Bay and District Girls Hockey Association, supporting tournaments through timekeeping, medal presentation for champions and finalists, end-of-season wrap-up events, and early morning skills sessions. Lana also supports the next generation of athletes through her involvement in Lakers youth hockey camps and Skate with the Lakers, strengthening the connection between the Lakers varsity women's hockey team and the broader community. Her presence provides young female athletes with a positive role model and helps foster a welcoming, encouraging environment for girls in sport. Lana has also dedicated her time to a wide range of community organizations. She volunteers with the Noah Strong organization and supports initiatives with the North Bay Food Bank, including the Santa Claus Parade, Smile Cookie Campaign, and food drives held during Lakers women's hockey games. Lana challenges the idea that leadership must be highly visible to be impactful. Many of her contributions take place behind the scenes, setting up events, assisting wherever needed, and offering steady support to ensure initiatives run smoothly. This quiet leadership reflects her belief that meaningful impact is often found in everyday actions and consistent service. As a student athlete, she's learned that she leads best by example. Her work ethic, positive attitude, and reliability influence those around her both on and off the ice. She values building strong relationships, communicating openly, and supporting her teammates and peers. Her advice for future Lakers is get involved early and say yes to opportunities. Stepping outside your comfort zone, volunteering, and participating in community events can build connections and make your university experience more meaningful. Following graduation, Lana plans to explore career opportunities where she can apply her skills, continue learning, and make positive impact with her community. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Lana with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the community category.
Tessa Kosak. From Kelowna, British Columbia, Tessa Kosak is completing her Bachelor of Education degree in Physical Education at Nipissing University. Tessa has volunteered extensively with the North Bay and District Girls Hockey Association, supporting countless events and initiatives. She approaches all activities with junior Laker players with patience, confidence, and the ability to connect with athletes at their current age and skill level. As a coach, Tessa demonstrates exceptional skills in motivating and empowering athletes of all ages. She fosters an encouraging environment where players feel supported, challenged, and valued. Through positive reinforcement, clear communication, and leading by example, she builds confidence and helps athletes recognize their potential. Her engagement with the youth extends further through Lakers hockey youth camps. In the summer of 2025, Tessa served as an on-ice lead for the U7 and U9 groups, creating session plans and tailored to the skill levels of each athlete and ensuring a fun and educational experience. Beyond being a member of the Lakers varsity women's hockey team, Tessa dedicates her time to a variety of community organizations. She volunteers with the Noah Strong organization, contributes to the North Bay Food Bank through initiatives such as the Santa Claus Parade, Smile Cookie Campaign, and food drives at Lakers games, and supports children and families through One Kid's Place. Serving as a mentor coach with the Junior Lakers has been the most impactful part of Tessa's community involvement. Building relationships with young athletes and witnessing their growth and confidence has been deeply rewarding for her. Balancing academics and athletics has strengthened her resilience, confidence, and ability to lead by example. Tessa advises future Lakers to embrace opportunities as they arise. By trying new experiences and fully immersing yourself, you open yourself to growth, learning, and meaningful connections. After graduation, Tessa plans to coach a high-level female hockey team and run hockey camps that foster skill development and confidence in young athletes while pursuing her teaching career. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Tessa Kosak with the Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the community category.
Abigail Lunny. From Holland Landing, Ontario, Abigail Lunny is completing her Honours Bachelor of Physical and Health Education at Nipissing University. Abigail has dedicated herself to numerous community-focused initiatives, particularly in youth sport development. In addition to being a member of the Lakers varsity women's hockey team, she's an active volunteer with the North Bay and District Girls Hockey Association, serving as a mentor for the U18A Junior Lakers. In addition to regularly supporting the team, Abigail volunteers at local girls hockey tournaments, assisting with timekeeping, leads early morning skills session, offers dressing room tours, and question and answer sessions for young athletes. She helps present medals to tournament and champions and finalists. Through her consistent involvement, she fosters confidence, inclusion, and genuine love for the game among young players. Beyond the rink, Abigail contributes to community well-being through her volunteer work with One Kid's Place, supporting initiatives such as the Christmas waffle breakfast, the not-so-spooky Halloween event, pasta lunches, and summer camps. She's also assisted the North Bay Food Bank by supporting food drive, game initiatives, decorating smile cookies, and collecting donations during the Santa Claus Parade. Her commitment reflects a deep sense of responsibility to the broader community. Abigail's leadership also extends to her hometown, where she serves as a positive role model for young female hockey players. She gives back by running summer camps and attending youth practices, sharing her experiences and encouraging young athletes to pursue their goals with dedication and perseverance. Through her actions, she demonstrates what is possible through hard work, resilience, and meaningful community involvement. Through her experience, Abigail has discovered that volunteering and making a difference in others' lives brings her immense joy and fulfillment. Her advice to future Lakers is simple: get involved. Community engagement can shape your university experience in powerful ways, and having a positive impact on others may become one of your proudest lifelong achievements. Looking ahead, Abigail plans to remain deeply involved in hockey with aspirations of becoming both a coach and a teacher. She extends gratitude to everyone who has supported her journey and helped her become the person she is today. Nipissing University proudly recognizes Abigail with a Dave Marshall Leadership Award in the community category. Thank you. Okay. We've come through all of our recipients. If we want to take a moment, just one last round of applause for everyone that was a recipient of one of the Dave Marshall Awards today. And we'd certainly like to take a moment to thank everyone that makes this day possible. We'd like to thank our marketing and communications team. They're here taking pictures. They've created all the slides and made sure the videos worked and that the audio and visual helping from the NUSU Student Center, the executives, and everyone supporting in the space. Of course, I'd like to give a very special thank you to our Student Learning and Transitions team who works so exceptionally hard to put this together every year, gathering nominations, the committee that goes through and reviews all of these nominations to select and makes this event possible today. I'd also like to extend an appreciation and a thank you for Owen. It can be difficult to be up here, and Owen did a fantastic job throughout the day.
Well, I was going to say something different, but I guess I'll say a huge thank you to Sarah once again for presenting in front of everyone. Thank you so much. I know it was super appreciated. And I want to thank the biggest thank you to Hillary for setting all of this up and dedicating so many hours to this. I don't even know how many hours it was, but I can guarantee that it's been months and months, and I've had countless conversations with Hillary about this, so she appreciates your support. So let's get a huge thank you for Hillary. I also would like to thank every single one of you for coming out today. I know this means so much to every single student involved and to all of us at Nipissing and here at NUSU as well. And thank you so much. Have a safe travel home. And lastly, folks can stick around for snacks and refreshments and photos with Brendan. The photos will be over here. The snacks are scattered throughout. And once again, thank you all so much, and congratulations to all the recipients. Have a great day, everybody.
Where's Brendan when you need him?
Out and about with
Somebody, we'll get somebody.
Oh,
There you go, my friend.
we did not buy.
Let me get this unlocked.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there you go. Brendan.
Brendan. Here we go.
The professional. Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Veronica,
So I should have a badge today. So you too. They also.